Hi everyone, welcome to another Little James Stewart review. Today we're going to be talking about the BBC Symphony Orchestra Discover. So what is the BBC SOD? We're going to say that whole mouthful again. It's a very powerful and free orchestra and for composers at any level. It is made by Spitfire Audio. If you don't know who that is, definitely check them out. They have a lot of very high level, very expensive plugins for film composing and whatnot. But they also have some very, very awesome free things available, including this BBC Symphony Orchestra Discover. It used to be quite a process. Look at this, you can pay $50 or you can do this survey and wait 2 weeks, and then you can get it. But now you don't even have to do that. You can just get it. I got it, but it was a pain in the butt. But that's okay. Last week we reviewed Archtop, Shreddage 3, Archtop by Impact Soundworks. It was a what was I say? A contact instrument. This here is standalone. This works as a VST or plugin rated DAW or DAW. Also, if you need a little help with some music theory, I went to where I was. Excuse me, the video from yesterday. That is major and minor scales. It's basically the beginning of music theory videos for me. But I'm going to continue forward with that tomorrow. But I'll talk about that at the end of this video. Let's get into this. So, this plugin is pretty badass. You have a full, well, let me actually just get into it here with this. It's very simple to use user interface. You have the presets. You can go through it here with little filters and things, strings, instruments that span the whole spectrum of symphony orchestra. Strings, bass, woodwinds, and percussion. Everything you need to compose a concerto or whatever you want. Well, there's no pianos, but you can get those pretty easily. In fact, I'm working on one that I hope to put out soon. But we'll talk about that another time. Let's check out some of this other stuff. Okay, all the instruments you can get by going here, or you can mouse over different areas and they'll give you different things. Like we already have violins one loaded. You can see the rest of the other stuff is kind of faded back a little bit. This guy's in the foreground, so it's really weird. You can switch it. Violins two, violas, excuse me, cello, which is the poem cello, basses, two percussion, harp and celeste, horns, yeah, piccolo, flutes, oboes, So that's bassoons. And then you have trumpets, tenor trombones, bass trombones, and tubas. And then I mean, it's like foot stuff. The keyboard moves. So they all like the specific areas. Each instrument. Oh wait, one more thing for that. Here's some standard controls. Reverb down here, you just go like that and slide up like that. It's really cool. You have more reverb, but expression and dynamics. And these two both at 100 with no reverb on it now. Another thing is if you mouse over some of this stuff, there's a little thing at the bottom. It's info. It's kind of nice. Talk about different techniques and things. All right, so each instrument has its own articulations. So we have, and these are ones that would pertain to this particular type of instrument. So since I have violins one loaded, you have these choices. Long, so it would be like sustained for the whole time. Spiccato, which is real quick, but it's still the full sound. You have pizzicato, which is like, almost like a plucked sound, and then you have tremolo, which is it to me. Tremolo, tremolo, tremolo. I don't know if I even say that right. Wow, man, I better quit. Anyways, you have long spiccato, pizzicato, tremolo. Oh, I'm going Italian. What the heck? This is what long sounds like. Okay, so that's long spiccato. Pizzicato. Tremolo. The last bit, tremolo. Tremolo. Damn it. The T one gives it a bit of movement in the up and down. It gives it a little bit of flutter when you try to reach those very dramatic points. I don't really use tremolo, whatever. I don't use it a whole lot. I haven't used this whole thing a lot. But that's gonna change. It'll change a lot. Oh, it's one of the neat little instruments. I like this little xylophone. Remember, be good for maybe some weighted music. And the bells that you see is the keys. So that's cool. This whole thing is awesome. I think one of my favorite aspects. I'm checking something real quick. Okay. I think one of my favorite aspects is the visuals. It's cool as it all set up where they would be in a orchestra, particularly the BBC Symphony Orchestra. It's really cool. I like it. Anyways, never going through stuff. I made a more of a practical for the demo for it. I didn't arrange it or anything, but just got some things rolling here. I hope I have the levels good. So I have but Islands 1. No, this is what I did here. I set up a whole template. There's an instance of each. This is violas. And I have these all set to long. And I have this set to staccato staccato. That's what I guess it is, the short ones with brass. See, everything has its own name based on what it is. I made them short, took the woodwinds long, and then some percussion. Let's start with just violin 1. Oops. That was stupid. Here we go with this. There's a note to add a second. Violins 2, which will play a different note, but also in the E minor scale. So we have. Ooh, pretty. They harmonize nice. So that's, I do believe, yeah, I did it kind of a special way. I did it so the first, this will play the first note, second violin plays the third of each particular note. So that's why it sounds so harmonious. Harmonious. And that's a word I want. I'm not sure. So we've added the violas, whatever, and play an often down from the root. And then it changes. So then I take it up and it only played 3 notes. So it was more of a discontinuity. So that that's cool. And then I had the cello. Okay, then the bass. A little bit of this. See, just the strings alone, I can't believe it's free. No, I'm not like beginner at this, so I got to get how the chords work and make it sound cool. Even if you do basic stuff, sounds cool. Let's add the short trombone. It's a tenor trombone. I thought that was just a cool touch. So then I brought in some piccolo to sit way up above everything else and just play just a few notes up and down. Wasn't too crazy, or something like this. And I left those long. Now, if I was actually going to make that, this, I'd have a bit of an EQ chopping off like 15,000 and up. Just have it filtered right out. But anyways, let's play a little bit of a Glockenspiel. I don't know if I said that right, but I'm gonna roll with it. Glockenspiel. Gesundheit. Alright, anyways. This is with Glockenspiel. Yeah. Let's get rid of just the bones. Just keep the trombone in the block. Let's bring the bass in. And that is BBC Symphony Orchestra. It is free. I highly recommend getting it because it's free. I'm gonna put a link in the description to this, the Symphony Orchestra Discover. And I think I recommend checking out everything else Spitfire Audio has. They have a system of instruments called Spitfire Labs, which is also 100% free. With some good pianos, good everything. And if you like to make more like compositions, like I did, eventually I'm gonna make some videos of making some. But stay tuned for that. And also, make sure you tune in tomorrow for a video about pentatonic scales. And we'll go from there. The next week, we will jump back into some sort of genre of music. And yeah, just stay tuned in. We're going to be synthesizing tracks. Maybe not tracks. We're going to be making our own sounds with some different synthesizers. We're going to learn music theory and learn how to make some different genres of music. And most importantly of all, we're going to have a blast doing it. I seriously hope you like my videos. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And yeah, I highly recommend you getting BBC Symphony Orchestra Discover. Especially if you just start out composing because this is powerful. Gives you a lot of good practice, and then maybe you can buy one of the libraries or something else like East West stuff. It's good, but this fucking thing being free is ridiculous. It's a steal. It's like Spitfire Labs. And there's also some plugins or instruments by Spitfire that are like $30. They're top notch. So yeah, definitely check that out. Check out everything Spitfire does. These guys are probably number one in the world. That's why you find libraries that are like $4,000. They're not all like that, but yeah. All right, that's pretty much it for this video. As I said, tune in tomorrow for a little bit about pentatonic scales. Well, pentatonic major and minor. So yeah, that's it. Much love and peace to you. Catch you in the next video.